Welcome to Legendary Len Podcast. I'm here by obligation, otherwise I'd go back into my hole and cry.
It was not fast this time, and neither was TSM's defeat, but we'll get to that later.
So first off, we're going to start with the 50-minute game.
No, first we're going to start off with the question we always start off with. How was this week, Anthony? Anthony, how was this week? How are you emotionally? How are you spiritually? Are you looking forward to Worlds?
I'm just tuning you out, man.
What is it, 2 years in a row now?
I'm just thinking of the good old days.
Is it 2 consecutive misses?
Nope, I don't know what you're talking about.
Dude, that's crazy. Anyway, a 50-minute game.
Biofrost just got a massive combo with Rek'Sai. Oh, man.
Anyway, we're going to talk about a 50-minute game now where Wild Turtle had 640-something CS.
I was so tired when I started watching this game, and this game, like, I'm surprised.
Man, that's not a good game for when you're sleepy.
I got to the end of this game, and I'm like, I watched that whole thing, and I remember nothing. Because it was.
Yeah, this game
I wouldn't remember
really
anything.
fun.
I was awake though.
Can I be honest? I was awake and I don't remember anything because it was like 55 minutes of borderline inaction.
Oh my god! Just who farms that long?
80 carries in a vacuum.
I guess. How many kills was in this game?
12, 24.
24 kills in 55 minutes!
That's not a lot.
Oh my god! Holy shit!
That's not a whole heck of a lot, my man.
Oh my god. I'm just... Why? So yeah, I don't really remember a lot about this, like much of this series, I think.
Dude, literally, I don't remember this series or even CAG CLG. I don't. But this one, I just remember being like, why is this game taking so fucking long?
Yeah, I don't know why it took so long, and I just don't know how FlyQuest... Wait, did FlyQuest win this game?
No.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, I just didn't understand how FlyQuest didn't close this game out after they seemed to have something of a lead, from what I could tell. Like, looking at this gold graph, it seems like they had a lead the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, well, you just didn't close with a massive advantage against Gangplank. I don't know what to tell you. So, I think from the series, what I really gathered was that FlyQuest was a lot more impressive than I thought they were. Than I thought they were going to be. I thought they were just going to straight roll over. I predicted them to go.
You were not
0-3.
kind to. Whoa. You were not kind to them, and I don't think I was either.
You were. I don't think anybody was. Everyone's like, they're not winning. It's
yeah,
not even
to be fair to
them.
us, they were playing very poorly.
But
I did call them 3-1 for clutch. I did not have them getting clapped out completely. Unlike someone.
Unlike someone who joined the rest of the world in their rational thinking.
Listen, I just don't call 3-0s.
I just feel like this validated my thoughts that Tom Kench is really bad.
You're
really
wrong.
Bad.
And I have a game later to prove to you you're wrong. It involves a Kog'Maw, 7 kills, and 0 deaths.
Wait, what? How does that prove that Tom Kench is good?
Tom Kench was a support that game.
Still? How does it prove that Tom Kench is good? TSM's draft was garbage. We were getting ahead of ourselves by like 8 games. I think, no wait, that's 10 games. We're getting ahead by ourselves by 10 games.
First of all, they had a lot of dive on that comp. That should kill the shit out of a Kog'Maw.
No, they didn't. What the fuck are you talking about?
They have fucking Corki and Kaisa.
No. We'll talk about it when we get to it. So.
Okay.
So game 2, FlyQuest whip out Renekton. And Renekton beats the ever-living fuck out of Aatrox. Hang on a minute. Is this giving me... Blue side has advantage every time? Game 2, FlyQuest had gold advantage too and still lost? What the hell? What the hell?
I don't understand FlyQuest.
Hang on, they lost a game with a 10k gold lead.
Did they really?
What the fuck?
That's really bad, by the way. It's really hard to do that.
No. Clutch Gaming won game 1. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. How do you lose? No. They won this game. I'm crazy. I can't read today, boys.
You're really dumb.
I'm really, really dumb.
That's what I'm learning from this, is you literally can't read.
I was, like, sleeping.
Listen.
I'm pretty sure I actually watched the back half of the series after I woke up, but I wasn't paying attention. But Viper's Riven was crazy in the last game. Viper almost single-handedly 1v5'd that game. Almost. The key being here almost, because he doesn't have a single fucking kill. And
no.
They have 5 kills. It's all on my boy
they also
Wild
put
Turtle.
Him mid lane, and they put young Poe Belter on the Karma top, our favorite pick.
So I think Wild Turtle actually really showed up this series. Like,
yes,
especially by comparison to the rest of the teams. And with the TSM results being what they were, I get this feeling that Wild Turtle may or may not end up moving over back to TSM by the end of the year.
No shot.
No shot, really?
Not no shot. Low chances.
Low chances? How come?
Because they're not cutting Sven.
Who said Zen's re-signing?
Why wouldn't he?
Why would he?
Fair enough, actually.
Hang on. Let me see when Wild Turtle's contract is up with America. 100 Thieves, 9 CLG FlyQuest, Wild Turtle, 2022. Never mind.
They might buy it out.
They might. And if they were gonna buy out an 80 carry, I'd assume it's gonna be Wild Turtle. That or they're getting Forgiven. But yeah. I guess I think that he's totally on the table for them. I just think that Wild Turtle's been seemingly one of the only good parts of FlyQuest this split. So I like he's kind of a I don't know. He's a high value target for everyone. So I guess they could try to get him, but he's in a contract until 2022. So it's up to FlyQuest discretion as to whether or not they want to let Turtle go. And it looks like Turtle's very ingrained in that.
Yeah, no shit, he is. He's one of the top players.
It's not about being the top player. It's that he's in a lot of their like promo stuff. Like
that's true.
Last year at Worlds, he basically went there and just started interviewing people near random, like just. Like, he'd just go to fans up near the stadium and ask them some questions. He would go talk to other pros about the game and stuff. So, yeah. I don't know. But I don't see much of I don't know. I guess the only other person to look at is Santorin, what did, or the other people. I mean, Santorin, what did Poe Belter and Poe Belter. Because they're the only other people I could see any movement on. Viper doesn't seem like he wants to move either. But I digress. Do you want me on the next series?
No, but yeah. Dude, I literally don't remember anything.
Anything?
Okay, very little from this series do I remember. Dude, I just like after the fucking what happens next, I just lost all recollection of this fucking weekend because I lost my goddamn mind.
So what happened?
I went insane.
What happened the first time that these two teams met is that Clutch Gaming went up 2 games. It happened again. Then CLG reverse swept them the first time. They won game 3 in this series, and boy was I ready for it. I was ready for them to get reverse sweeped like nobody's business. But just didn't happen. Just didn't happen. And game 4 came around, and I don't know. I guess the draft seems okay, but they just couldn't pull it off. No, I think he picked Elise, and I don't like Elise. I think
You're
Elise
incorrect. She's
is
crazy.
awful.
You're incorrect.
No.
She has some bad matchups.
Like Skarner.
Skarner and Sejuani. She has some bad matchups into the two most meta junglers, but
They picked Elise with Sejuani up.
I'm not saying that that's a good idea.
They picked Elise with Sejuani. I would rather play Zac over Elise. Just no way, dude. Why not?
Because no.
Why not?
Which game is this?
Game 4 for CLG. Like this is, I think that Elise is one of the big reasons why they lost that game. Like they didn't seem to pull a lot of early pressure out of her, and it just seemed like
that's fair.
They picked her into Skarner, who doesn't give a shit, against Aatrox, who also doesn't give a shit.
They also have no frontline.
And Kiana, who has 3 dashes and doesn't give a shit.
They also have no frontline.
It's like, pick a tank. They have 3. They have so like little real damage to get through Sejuani. Just pick Sejuani. It's up. She's the #1 jungler in the league right now. Like, what the hell? Though. Also talking about junglers, the Nocturne pick in game 3, that I thought was actually really good, and it really destroyed Lucian, because Lucian just kind of couldn't do anything. Anytime he was somewhere, he got caught out, and it's like you got 3 targets that you can grab from with Nocturne. I guess you can kind of say Zaya's hard to pick, but even Gragas you can get, because if he blows his body slam on you when you go in, you have your spell shield up, and he's not gonna hit you. Just Nocturne was a great pick there. That was the only good time, I think, the good thing I saw from Wiggly this whole series. The rest of it, I'm just. Oof. Did you also pin the blame on Wiggly, or?
No. I don't even know, dude. I literally no. I mean, because dude. It's not like everyone else on his team was going crazy.
He bought Zeke's Convergence in game 2, and they had Ziggs mid.
That is bad. I will grant you this.
And they had Silas. I'm pretty sure they last picked Ziggs mid into Silas.
That's bad, but I don't think Wiggly is to blame for this series.
Then who is?
Remember when Rune went 3-6 on Jace and stopped showing up as a top laner? That was bad. 1-6-1. Oh yeah, I remember that, Hooney. Let's go. I don't know. They just none of their players, frankly. I mean, Styx they did okay, but a lot of their players that had really performed super highly in the regular season or in the last few series didn't seem to show up in the same way that they had been, which I think obviously hurt them very badly.
All right.
Thoughts?
On
the.
I don't
like. I'm literally not kidding you. I wish I had more time today to rewatch some of these games. I remember almost nothing about this series.
It looked like CLG thought they had a read on Clutch, and then it turned out that Clutch could just outskill them, and it didn't. Like, their read wasn't good enough.
That's true.
Because it's not like Clutch pulled out anything new, short of the Renekton, which I wouldn't consider new, because I think anyone should be able to play Renekton into Aatrox. Like, I literally mean anybody.
Even me?
Sure.
You mean any top laner or anybody?
I mean anybody should be able to do it. It doesn't mean that they're gonna do it. Just let me go with my thing. Like nothing new came out here, except for, I guess, the Gnar. Wait, did they play the Gnar day 1 against FlyQuest? Yeah, they played the Renekton against FlyQuest and the Gnar against FlyQuest. Was I looking at that one? I was looking at that one, actually. The Renekton game wasn't the series.
Oh.
But it's not like they pulled out anything new with Aurelia, Gangplank, Aatrox, and Gnar. Like, there's nothing new from Clutch. Everything was very standard and very readable, and they probably should have had plans for all of this, and they just didn't. I the Ziggs pick was out of nowhere. The Lux pick was okay. It was like okay for clutch, but I don't know. I felt like that's just an easy way to get camped by a more aggressive jungler than Sejuani if they could pick it, but they didn't.
Yeah.
Like you can kind of play aggressive, but you have Azir against that, so you're not gonna get a lot of pressure off of that. So yeah, I guess I could put this a lot on CLG's drafting.
It wasn't the best.
Short of the Nocturne, I think a lot of it was really like trying shit that they thought might work, but wouldn't. Like they played Gnar into Aurelia game 1. That's not a good matchup at all. Like
no, that doesn't sound it.
No, Aurelia is a really good counter to Gnar because she has really good gap close. As soon as you're gonna run out, she can stun you through your transformation and then combo on you. It's so much damage, and you're so squishy when you're not on Mega Gnar. It's just I don't know. These drafts felt really weak to me. Though then again, I can't really like say what I would do better, especially in the bans. Like all of their bans seem relevant to Clutch Gaming. It's just that I feel like their picks just didn't feel like up to that level.
No, I see what you're saying. I don't know. The picks did feel weird. Like I don't hate Elise, but I do think Sejuani is a better pick, especially when your team doesn't have a front line. I don't think Zach is bad. I'm still okay with the situational Elise, but like. That was a weird pick, and I completely agree with LOL. I know this is the other team, but LO fucking L at Lucian top. Which team is this? That's CG. Okay. What did they pick? Oh, the Ziggs. It's fucking so dumb, like you mentioned. And honestly, I don't even think the Jace did that well.
They picked Ziggs into Silas. Jason to Aurelia's. It used to be a skill matchup with old Aurelia.
But what about now?
With new Aurelia, I think it's Jace favored early. Ish, though they nerfed him a lot, so it might be back to skill, but it's Aurelia favored late either way because you can just dodge the Q.
They didn't get a single kill in the first game. I forgot about that.
Yeah, it was almost a perfect game except for that one Drake they got.
That's really bad. Yeah. Oh, that makes me sad. Let's move on to something that makes you sad. So now we have to do the thing that I'm here to force Anthony to do. Anthony, we have to analyze Clutch Gaming versus Team Solo Mid. A strong start for the boys in black.
They came out swinging. Lost to a team that picked Pantheon top. This is old Pantheon top.
Old Pantheon top. Not even the new one that's really annoying. The old one that's really annoying for other reasons.
They gave them Sona Tom Kench, and they picked Zyra Khan into it. I'm going to be honest.
To qualify for those who don't know, he means Clutch Gaming picks Rakan, and then it goes to TSM, who picks Sona Kench, giving Clutch Zyra Khan in for free. That's what Anthony means, because you're just using they and then a lot of confusing ways there.
I feel like TSM's bot lane should have just got smacked so much harder. And
they didn't
do that good. It really didn't.
No, the bot lane did not do very well that game. And to be fair, that was a game where there was like 200 farm from Sona to Xayah. And even if you add the other two together, he's still like 100 farm up on their bot lane. He's 8-2 into a 4-5. Like Cody said, was not the problem for them this game.
No, I would blame the 25-minute timer they put themselves on and drew the game out to 38 minutes. What the hell? What the hell? At least
Son is never really their problem. He's one of their best players.
Look, at least they built Pantheon really. I don't want to call it tanky because he didn't really have any tank items, but they put a lot of health on him and a GA to make sure he kind of lives a little longer. It's just that.
Imagine if he'd gone full assassin and how angry you would have been.
I would have died laughing, especially because they drew the game out to 38 minutes. But why are you playing Pantheon with Zyra Khan into Sona Tom Kench and not hard diving bot with that ultimate constantly? That's the only way you win that game. Excuse me, is by destroying Sona Tom Kench. And I still don't think they did it. and they just let Azir and Jace and Sona, Tom Kench and Sejuani outscale Pantheon, Sylas, and Nico, who are all mid-game or early to mid-game champions for the most part. And then Xayah Rakan is the only real late-game power on them. But, like, it doesn't matter if you can't do anything because they have Tom Kench, and Rakan doesn't do that good into Tom Kench. And Azir, it's like, what's happening? Why isn't their bot lane down 10 kills by 20 minutes? If that didn't happen, you weren't winning this game. Especially because you only had 5 more minutes after that before Pantheon becomes irrelevant. It's just... Who picks Pantheon?
Who picks old Pantheon?
I didn't even like TSM's draft here because the Jace top just made me think why. And then the Jace top ended up winning them the game.
Okay, I'm not saying to say it wasn't shit. It just wasn't very good. I wasn't a huge fan of it either.
I'm not a huge fan of the pick, but the results were that it ended up winning them the game.
Broken played that Jace crazy.
Oh, he basically single-handedly secured them Rift Herald with a really good shockwave.
QE and then autoing the... Yeah, I mean, he played this game extremely well. I almost said this series, LUL, by the way.
And then we got game 2.
Walk me through game 2, because we're still in Anthony's happy place.
They picked Elise. And I'm still thinking Elise is garbage.
Tell me who you mean by they.
A Clutch. Clutch picked Elise.
Thank you. Well, not everybody might know, dude.
Clutch picked Elise, and I'm just like, why? Why would you pick Elise? This makes no sense. Well, who on earth picks Elise when you can pick anything else? You can pick
who picks Elise
so many things.
Can pick not Elise?
Oh my god, I'm just... Why aren't you picking fucking Trundle here, man? I don't get it, but I'll take it because Bjergsen went ham this game on Sylas, and it was a good time. Mind you, Broken Blade on Aatrox really makes me want to go home, and I was already home.
In a good or a bad way?
Oh my god, the next 3 games.
What about them?
I don't want it.
You gotta.
I
have to do it. You've got to do it. So let's start with game Trey.
Game 3.
That is what I said. We get Lyra on Jarvan, which is a friend of ours. He loves that. He says he loves it. There's no statistics. A very good champion for Lyra, certainly. I think it's his second or third best jungler. His number 1 being Skarner. And we have the Ezreal, mind you, old Ezreal, I believe we established before the 18ers. Yeah. And Ezreal Kench ends up beating the shit out of Lucian Rakan, which I predicted in Champ Select. I told you to your ears, Lucian Rakan is a bad lane. They're going to get slapped. And then you were like, how is it a bad lane? And then this game happened. And perhaps now you see how it's a bad lane.
I still blame top lane, who should have had a much bigger lead and fucking Aatrox into Aurelia.
He should have. And then we had sweet Lyra going 3-0 on tank Jarvan, filling out the team composition. Kiana
didn't finish his boots. He's building his 4th item and his boots are still brown.
Didn't need him. Didn't need him to clap your ass anyway. DeMonte was not insane this game, but was not useless. Kept even in mid lane and got a little bit ahead, I think, in assists and stuff later on when the team was winning. But this was really, to me, like the Cody, Sun, and the bot lane game, right? Like, they created so much pressure, and they played so well in team fights that it really felt like Cody, Sun doing a sort of huge amount of the work early to mid, or Lear doing the work early game, Cody, Sun doing it mid game, and then like a sort of collective team effort late game to not int the game away, which really worked. They did well. Bjergsen had some extremely questionable Sylas plays that I do not understand to this day. Remember when he took Kiana's ultimate in the fight bot lane and then
just
whiffed it?
Nowhere. Fucking hits nobody.
He steals Kiana ult. Mind you, he could have taken Jarvan ult because Jarvan was right next to Kiana. And Jarvan ult, very good and guaranteed to hit at least one person.
It's not guaranteed to hit one person, by the way.
more likely to hit one person.
I don't know. Silas has this combo with his E that sort of guarantees you hit something with the Kiana ultimate, and he just didn't do it.
Yeah. You know what? That's fair. So it's the Kiana ultimate whiffs. Huni goes like just ape shit on them. A lot of kills. And
Cody
then they
Sun
end the
was
game
doing good. I just, I don't know. I looking at it now, the Lucian pick definitely is kind of like,
whoa!
Can you just fucking pick something else?
Yeah, it's not a very good AD carry.
Just pick Jinx for the love of God.
On the patch they're on, or the patch we're on, he's a very low tier AD carry. There was also a huge difference. I just noticed this between the jungler vision scores, which is not the reason they won or lost the game, but it's fucking crazy. It's 55 difference.
Oh my god.
Yeah, 40 on Spica, 95 on Jarvan. And Jarvan had more than his support.
How the fuck is that possible?
I don't know. But that's impressive.
How many fucking pink wards did he fucking... Oh my god.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
He placed 45 wards. How do you place 45 wards and be... What?
Does that count scuttles?
I don't know. Because it only has 11 for Spica. So I don't think so.
Absolutely insane.
How many? He only purchased 16 control wards. So that means 29 of those, I think,
are yellow wards.
Are yellow. How the hell do you get 29 yellow wards?
I mean, that's just off cooldown, baby. That's just ward.
How the fuck?
We don't know when he's transitioned to sweeper, though. That's actually fucking crazy, by the way.
That sounds broken. That sounds impossible.
I'm literally pulling up the VOD because I don't know what to do.
That legitimately sounds impossible to me.
Well, you're not a fucking LCS jungler who's playing crazy.
Right, but how do you place 45 wards?
I don't know, I'm also not an LCS jungler who goes ape shit.
I'm sorry, 29 wards. Like, that has to count Scuttle Crabs, and that has to, like... I don't know.
Was this game 3 or 4?
3. That has to be counting Scuttle Crabs. Because, like, there's no fucking way. No fucking way. How long was this game in total? The game was
30 minutes.
30 minutes. That sounds wrong. That means he put down more than one ward a minute, and that's not possible. Like, straight up, that is
well, you know what makes it even less possible?
What?
He started the game with a sweeper.
How the fuck? How?
He never had a yellow ward.
How is that a thing? How does he have 45 wards placed? 29.
That's probably a broken stat, or it counts scuttles.
It has to count scuttles as some broken-ass number, and he had to get all of them.
I'm pretty sure you did get all of them.
Because Spica has 11 wards placed.
And Spica started with the yellow ward.
Oh, wait, this might count using Red Trinket.
It might.
But then why does Tom Kench only have 53? That doesn't make sense.
53 placed?
I feel like I'm going to go back and actually try to calculate this number myself.
Well, Godspeed, I'm not going to do that.
I feel like I need to go back there and find how many wards he actually plays, because the 29 yellow wards is literally impossible.
He didn't have a yellow trinket at any point in the game.
Okay. Back to the series and us being confused about statistics.
Game 4, he once again has the highest vision score in the game, by the way. 136 to 38 on Spica. He almost Flame Horizon the enemy jungler's vision score. Now, Anthony and I, well, by that I mean I looked this up during the series. Jesus, that's actually insane, that vision score. Anyway, Lyra's best jungler, KDA-wise, win percentage-wise, basically everything, is Skarner. And hitherto now in the series, Skarner had been picked or banned against them. This game he gets Skarner, and he shows why he's so good at it. absolutely slaps around Speaker in the jungle, has huge presence, helps his team get ahead. We're in there for another clutch win. This game was a lot less fucking crazy. Although, Anthony, please look at this. I really want you to look at those fucking mission scores now. That's fucking insane.
I don't. That's just wrong. That is just wrong. He
definitely had 136.
Like is the VOD showing that number?
I don't have the VOD up, but the screenshot from the end of the VOD that I'm looking at is.
Will be Speaker's first unique.
What the fuck is that number?
I think it's literally like no Speaker gets no.
He's got
scuttles.
17 at 14 minutes. How?
Because listen, that's not that crazy to be honest. Because what happens in pro games is everyone is warding. So if you start the game with the red trinket as a jungler, you're gonna find a lot of wards. And if you are getting scuttle crabs and you're finding wards with the Scryer's Bloom, all of those things are real, and you're placing pink wards and finding wards with pink wards, like that really fucking.
He has 50. He has 56 at the end of the game. That number's straight wrong.
Oh, thank God.
These numbers are broken.
That makes me feel a lot better.
No, these numbers are broken and they're just straight wrong. Okay, good to know.
No, because, the 131's not.
No, wait. I'm sorry. No, he doesn't have 50. Speaker. Wait. Speaker is playing Sky.
I literally have the bottom.
This is game 5. This is my problem.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at game 4, where at the end of the VOD he legitimately has 136 vision score.
How?
In a 35-minute fucking game.
This is. I need to go back and figure out how.
No, you know what's crazy?
Score is so
no,
high.
You know what's absolutely fucking insane is that I see a TSM scuttle. I don't understand how this is going either, because at 14 minutes on the nose, Speaker has gotten a scuttle crab, at least one. Speaker has 8 vision score with the red trinket, and Skarner has 38.
He's got 38. What the hell?
He's got to be finding so many wards.
No, there's a bug. There's got to be a bug that's giving him such a high score.
It's that, or it's like Scryer's Bloom and clearing pink wards from lanes.
They might literally be donating, like telling him to kill every ward in every lane.
Which makes sense for a jungler.
Like
that would have to be we have to go back. Okay, next time we do this show, we're gonna come back to this, but we have to move on because we're gonna get consumed and die. So we're gonna go to the final game. The series is tied 2-2. The meme is about to write itself into history. Kog'Maw is selected into Kai'Sa. By the way, I don't actually remember how that bot lane goes. I never see Kog'Maws.
So I'm looking at this pick ban, and I'm just like, all right, what do we got left to pick? All right, we have what did we have left? Was it AD carry and support?
I don't remember.
Or was it? No, it was top lane and support. That's what was left to pick.
I'm a filthy TSM fan.
That's what was left to pick. So I'm just sitting here thinking, okay, we need to pick support Nautilus. And we need to pick something.
Nautilus, which, by the way, I think on this patch is like a top 5 support in the game.
And we needed to pick something top lane that will also be able to dive like that. And I couldn't come up with a top lane pick by the time Champ Select ended. But I'm just thinking about it now, and I'm just like, well, Kled's the answer. Kled's the only answer. That's the only thing you can do in this game is pick Kled and hope you can hit the back line. And then you also have Nautilus following up. So it's just like, you have no way to get to him, and the only people who can get to him are Corki and Kai'Sa, but they're like on timers. And then you also have Skarner, who should be able to get to him, but didn't, and chose not to, with flash up and all of his actives on, and just didn't go get him. And that tilted the fuck out of me. It was this one fight right in front of Dragon, and I'm like, this is it. You Speaker, it's all on you. You have to get Kog'Maw or the game's over. And then he runs the other way. And I'm just...
And then you cry every time.
This was a game where you already picked 3 champions, and your last 2 champions needed to counter Kog'Maw, and you couldn't pick Vi Jungle. It's like, it's just, They picked nothing for Kog'Maw. They picked nothing for Kog'Maw after they showed him.
And let me give you, I want to key, as an AD carry player, I want to key you into a little bit of a secret here. There's a lot of shit for Kog'Maw.
Yeah.
There's like a lot.
You can pick Nautilus, and that champion's
You can
normally
pick
like banned.
almost anything, because Kog'Maw's real easy to kill.
Like, I don't see why they banned Rakan over Nautilus. Like, God. I guess he's got a little bit more safety on the engage on Kog'Maw, but like Nautilus has a click-on ability that will basically guarantee he has to leave the fight or burn the whatever, the chomp from Tom Kench. So it's like, why are we picking Braum? I don't get it. What is Braum gonna do? Ult? Like, no one, I have never given a shit about Braum ult in my life. Not once. The only thing I care about Braum is his passive.
Hard for Kog'Maw to do shit in lane.
Oh, I have to kill the support before anyone else. Oops. Fucking, I don't fucking, it's just so dumb. It's not like they pick Xayah and Braum counters Xayah. They pick Kog'Maw. And you didn't pick anything to kill Kog'Maw. You didn't pick Bard. You didn't pick Nautilus. You didn't pick fucking Zyra. You picked fucking Braum. Because that's how you round out this comp. Braum. Oh, I'm so mad they didn't get punished for picking that, and TSM just let them walk all over them. And the game was really close, too. It was a pretty close game until TSM decided they didn't want to play the game anymore and Speaker ran away. Fucking Braum.
You're very bitter about that, huh?
Fucking Braum support. God, fuck.
I want to ask you this, and it's going to sound like flame, but I mean it earnestly. Listen, in the wake of the things that have occurred, how do you, as a TSM fan, now feel about the decision to go with Spica? Do you think...
I don't think we would have done better with anyone else.
Okay, that's what I want to know. So tell me more about this. Tell me more about why you feel that, why you think that it's acceptable, why it's not, like, exclusively Spica's fault.
Well... Because of, like, why, like, regardless of the actual reason why we went with Spica, something was going on. Like, you don't just make these kinds of decisions when nothing happens and you're doing fine. So, something happened and they thought that they were going to either continue to deteriorate or not get any better than they were at that moment, so they decided to make a change regardless of the outcome, because like, doing worse than where we are now isn't any better than doing the same, because where they were was basically 6th place. Like, that was basically where they were going to finish. They got up to 4th, but they were basically going to finish 5th or 6th place if they stayed exactly where they were. So, when they brought in Spica, from my position, I could definitely tell that they thought they were too stuck and they were just trying something. And I don't think whatever Acadian happened in his personal life, whatever Acadian's issues were with Sven, they would have either, like, straight up made this team a worse team for like, continuing to go with it and having to spend time fixing that problem instead of simply just removing it from the equation entirely. Or bringing in Greg, which I'm a little surprised that they didn't do or try. But I don't know. Like, for playoffs, I get it because he was playing top lane in the Academy League. But for Gauntlet, I'm pretty sure you're allowed a roster change, and I don't really see why you wouldn't at least give it a week to try out Grig again, because Grig seemed to be Grig had, does Grig actually have an undefeated win rate in the LCS this split? I don't remember. If not, for the first like 4 or 5 weeks, he had an undefeated win rate in the LCS. And I'm just like, the dude's winning games, play this dude every game. I don't know what the fuck you people are on about running Acadian. And then Rift Rivals happened, and I'm like, okay, fine, it looks like Acadian might actually be the better option, because it looked like Grig wasn't able to
Acadian did look like the better option immediately after Rift Rivals. We both agreed on that.
So yeah, I think they probably should have given Grig another shot, but I don't think it would have
made a huge difference.
I don't think it puts the rubber stamp on us going to Worlds any more than this has. And this looks like we were one game away from actually going to Worlds and getting stuck in play-ins. And if we look, honestly, I'd rather lose here than lose in play-ins. This isn't as bad. This is not as bad.
Although it is 2 years in a row you guys don't make Worlds, which is actually shocking to me.
It's not shocking to me. I called this shit. No, I was the first one to say, Reggie, this is a stupid decision. It's gonna bite you in the ass. I still think we should be able to win on paper.
To his face, or like?
I'd have said that to his face.
You would have, but did you?
I'll say it to his face
like,
right now. I'll be like, fuck you for ruining the best team in North America with this stupid ass fucking roster move that made no goddamn sense.
What are you talking about?
Oh my god.
I don't remember Reggie, making any decisions about Team Liquid. I'm confused.
Either way. Yeah, I just think that TSM are better off losing now than losing in play-ins.
That's fair.
Just because I'd rather not lose to CBLOL.
Should we move on to the next topic?
Yeah, I guess so.
Alright, hook me in. Hook me up. What's happening?
Alright! Gauntlet / championship points improvements / changes. Now, I will preface this by saying there are rumors floating around now that there's a lot of format changes coming to the entire league next year. So, something is probably going to happen different, but this is just mostly us talking about if we have any problems with how the championship points are, which I kind of do, because I don't think somebody should get a free pass to go to Worlds as the second seed with points alone, especially
you mean like C9?
No, not like C9 did, because I'm pretty sure C9 would have got second seed regardless of who they had to play to get there, but C9 is the one who got to do it this year. But last year 100 Thieves basically stole TSM's slot because of that, and I'm just like,
I thought Reggie stole the slot.
Shut up. I'm just sitting here like, TSM is our third best team, and 100 Thieves are fighting to be the fourth best team right now, and I find that to be fucking abhorrent that they got to go after what they did to Meteos and Cody Sun, and now Cody Sun's going to Worlds again, and I'm just sitting here like, yep, that sounds about right. So it's like, I don't want things like 100 Thieves and CLG from 2016 or 2017 to happen. I forget which year exactly, but TSM winning brought them through after they looked like the fifth best or sixth best team, and they were just going in off of their I think look, I'm pretty sure it's the year they won the title in spring. And sure, their year average.
But spring and summer, spring and summer are not the same thing.
Their year average was second place, but that shouldn't mean they get to go to Worlds without having to play for that second place spot against the person that finished above them in summer. Like, two people finished above them in summer, and I think it was Immortals who got gypped out of a World spot because of this. And Immortals was looking much better than CLG at the time, if I remember correctly. So, I'm saying, I think EU is actually doing this, but I'm pretty sure that their second seed is guaranteed Worlds, but they're playing for the second or third spot. I'm thinking you need to make a sort of double elimination tournament, like the promotion tournament, where you have to...
What do you mean, like the promotion tournament?
Like, you remember the old relegation tournaments, promotion tournament? Where they would basically take the 8th and 9th or 9th and 10th place team and play them up against the 1st and 2nd place team from Challenger, and the 9th place got to choose which one they wanted, and then they'd play, and whoever wins 2 best of 5s gets promoted. So if you win the first round, you go to play for the slot, and then you lose that one, you go to play like the super grand finals to play for the second slot after the 2 losers played again. So I would rather a system like that off of the points than the gauntlet system we have now, where everyone look, we have one person who automatically makes it, and then one person who hasn't had to play, who gets to play one best of 5. You could have been first place in summer. I'm sorry. You could have been first place in the spring, finished. I think you actually have to finish 7th to get points. I think if you finish below 7th, you don't get points. No, because FlyQuest got in. I think that's gone now actually because they got rid of relegations. But then summer comes, you could be 10th and still get the first bye because everyone else above you didn't have enough points to pass you, and you only have to win one best of 5 in summer to go to Worlds as the 3rd seed. And I just don't like that. Because yes, it's a best of 5, but you can fluke a win in a best of 5. That happens.
Can.
Sometimes the enemy team.
We saw it a few times this year. Like,
it's sometimes you get to play A and X. Just I don't know. I would rather something like that. And, this hectic bullshit that happened this year. Did you know about this? Where
no, I did not. Tell me about it.
They had the rulebook published about what the playoffs points were, and 3rd and 4th place were going to get the same playoff points, but they were also going to play a game. So because they put in the 3rd, 4th place match because they didn't have one in spring. But not having one in spring meant that it was very possible for a team that finished ahead of Cloud9 to take their spot and go to Worlds, and they really wanted to try to fix that, so they changed the point system 2 times in between, a week before the playoffs started.
That's not great.
Yeah, that was really confusing to me because I'm sitting here hang on, there's no 3rd, 4th place match, or there is a 3rd, 4th place match. Are they going to split points this time? And how is that different? Because last time they split the points from the thing, and then I'm hang on, there's 5 holes here, and then they basically just ruined the whole point system even more than it already was, and I'm just, I don't know. If they ever have to change the point system a week before the tournament of the point system starts, that's just the worst thing. I think this is probably going to change with the whole redesign, and they're going to come out with the year plan and stick to it, but either way. Either way, this is the dumbest shit. Why would you be changing these rules a week ahead of time? You knew it was coming in June. How did you not know what was going on? Come on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So how do you want the Gauntlet to be sussed out? How do you want our 2nd and 3rd seeds to be decided upon?
I was gonna hope you wouldn't ask me that.
That's what the fucking topic is.
I know. I don't know. You know this about me. This is not the kind of thing that I excel at.
Thinking about tournament structures?
Yeah. It's just not who I am. I would rather die than think about this. I think everything you said makes sense. I do think, obviously, it's extraordinarily bad to switch so quickly. And by quickly, I mean so close to the thing mattering. I do think it's weird that FlyQuest, a team that ended so low, gets to even be in contention just because of their spring performance.
I don't think it's that weird, but at the same, I guess Optic would have had a better shot, but I don't think Optic wins anyways. That spot's
I know,
a charity.
But it's just odd to me to see a team that's in the middle of a summer collapse get a chance.
Well, with my idea, you would end up cutting out that FlyQuest line, and you'd have Clutch Gaming up. So,
I just want to qualify this that I literally don't even understand how the current system works. So,
you get points based on where you finish. That's basically it. The real problem is how the math works out, which is stupidly stupid. Oh my. It's just that there's a lot of there was a lot of possibilities for ties, and they were trying to change the point system to fix that. And it didn't make it any better, and it made it more convoluted and annoying.
I see.
I'm real bitter about this.
I know.
So you just want to pull names out of the hat. You don't really care how.
No, I don't have a solution to this. Like I said, because I don't understand. I'm not good at these things. I'm just saying. Yeah, I really have nothing intelligent to add here. I'm not gonna lie to you.
All right. All right. Let's move on then.
I think straight up nothing. I've literally been thinking about this for hours, and I'm like,
You gotta whip out the whiteboard and get to drawing.
I got one, dude. I got one like 3 feet to my left.
Gotta get to drawing. This is what I did half the time when I ran the club.
It's got other stuff on it. I can't erase right now.
We'll just sit there and think about tournaments. Alright. Alright, we got a little bit of a Worlds preview here. So, we're gonna start. What champions do you think that are going to or should be played at Worlds?
What patch are they gonna be on?
19? And we're
on... Pantheon's probably gonna be pick ban.
I don't think he's gonna be pick ban. I think he's just gonna be. I think someone's gonna play him. I don't think he's gonna be pick ban.
I think okay, that's fair. They get a lot of time to practice for Worlds. I think that they're definitely gonna. I think someone will play him. I think Yuumi will probably still be pick ban unless a massive fucking nerf comes.
I think Yuumi has changes listed by 19.
Sure, but how big are they going to be enough to stop the fact that she can't die? But I don't know. So I'm thinking Yuumi. I'm thinking Aatrox probably has priority. Xayah has priority. We might see a Jinx game in there for someone.
What about Garen?
What are they doing to that horrible creature?
Nothing. The Fnatic are playing Garen Yuumi bot.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Well, you know, Fnatic does what Fnatic wants, I guess.
I don't really know. Like, it's always hard to predict who's going to come up because the meta always changes. Like sometimes around the second week or quarterfinals, there's always a shift in the meta on one of those times. And I'm not talking second week of groups, not second week overall.
Yeah.
Because play-ins is always a shit show and doesn't really affect the meta at all because you have the international leagues playing whatever weird shit they pull out, which is where I'm expecting to see a lot of random-ass picks. I'm honestly expecting to see Pantheon in there. Probably jungle if I had to guess because people like to make me hurt on the inside. I'm honestly wondering why people are sleeping on Vi. Because I feel like Vi.
I agree.
She's decent.
I think she's a sleeper pick for real.
And she has a basically free ticket to the backline. I guess against like Ezreal and Kai'Sa, it's really
I don't think
hard.
Ezreal's gonna have high priority on 19.
Yeah, I guess his priority is probably gonna go down with the AP.
With the AP nerf and the fact that he's just generally kind of weak.
But Vi in general to me just feels like her only real counter is Tahm Kench. And it's like...
And even then, it's like, you know, if Vi blows the Tahm Kench munch, then you can still just send everyone else.
Now Vi is right next to the AD carry. Tahm Kench has blown his munch.
And then even you probably, if you pick Vi, you probably pick another dive champion.
Yeah, you definitely want more dive.
Going in, like maybe Kai'Sa jumps into the backline after the fact.
So, yeah, I feel like... There aren't going to be a lot of changes. I think they were going to nerf Azir and Corki. So that will probably open up mid lane a little bit. So it's always hard to be like, to once they knock down these big targets to be like, they're going to pick any of these 14 different champions. I could just start listing champions.
I also think that some champions are just going to have sleeper picks, right? Like, I expect G2 to bust out shit that I have no ability to predict.
Mostly because they'll do that regardless of if it's good or not.
Yeah, so like there are some things that I know are like there are things that are gonna happen that we just can't predict. But
I think Leona's gonna come up. We've been seeing a little bit more of it, and I think she might become a more priority pick because she does good into a lot of things. She's good into what's his name, Rakan. She's good into I guess kind of Alistar, but no, not really Alistar. But I'd imagine she does okay into Pyke, but. She is counterable by a lot of things. Like Thresh is a very easy counter. If they pick Leona, you're like, Thresh, you can't walk at me. Otherwise, you do nothing.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's the main thing keeping her off is her couple of counters. But if you can pick her either last pick or after they pick their support already, I think it's a viable pick. But other than that, I don't see many supports rising up. And AD carries, I guess
that meta is locked unless they do something crazy.
I think they're nerfing Kai'Sa, and I think they're nerfing Xayah
but like
too.
that'll affect a little bit. But like, okay, cool, Xayah Jinx. Right?
I think they're nerfing Xayah too, but I think Ash is probably gonna rise in priority because I think she always does around Worlds.
Because she's insanely good
Yeah,
for
her
team
global
play.
her global power is really good. And I don't know how the bot lane meta might change off of random shit G2 pulls out.
Probably fair, to be honest.
Yeah, I can't think of it. I can't think of anything else strange that I think is gonna come out.
Me either.
Everything else just seems kind of normal. I guess Zach was the other champion I thought should be getting more play, but that's just probably me.
It is. So, where do you think we're gonna end up? Or sorry, are there any matchups you're looking forward to?
Let me pull up who's going to Worlds real quick. So far, we have Fun Plus Phoenix, Royal Never Give Up, Invictus Gaming, SKT, Griffin, G2 Esports, Team Liquid, Cloud9, J-Team, AHQ, Damwon Gaming, Fnatic, Clutch Gaming, Hong Kong Attitude, Flamengo Esports, Icarus Gaming, Mammoth, and Royal Youth are all locked. That's not all the teams. There's a bunch of spots left. But those are all the teams that are locked to be at Worlds in some capacity right now. Fnatic could go to group stage depending on the regional final for LEC. But what I'm looking forward to is probably Team Liquid versus IG.
That'll be a good game.
Because TL had this meme about them where TL broke IG.
I remember that.
That was a... TL beats them in a best of 5, and they go back and shit the bed at LPL. And oh my god, was that funny.
I'm excited for any NA team to play against SKT or IG. Sorry, TL or... No, I honestly do want to see like CG against one of those teams because I think it'd be funny as fuck. I think it'd be extremely fucking funny. So, I don't know. Like, to be honest, like any top team and top region, I'm excited for that matchup, no matter what our teams are, because I think it's either going to be competitive and fun to watch, or we'll get a good meme out of it if we get slapped, or we'll get a good meme out of it if a top team plays Clutch. Because duh.
I want Clutch to win it all.
Dude, me too. You have no idea how badly I want that.
So imagine this group. You have Team Liquid, Invictus Gaming, Griffin,
Jesus Christ,
and Fnatic.
That would be a very good group to watch.
That would be crazy. That would be insane. We could also have G2, Cloud9, then IG, RNG, or Griffin. Oh my god, a Korean team has to play in the plans. That's funny. Like that I think that would be pretty good. I would enjoy that a lot. Would you? Would you enjoy that a lot?
I would. Dude.
I love groups of death, especially when TSM are not in them.
Me too.
Those are the best time. You just saying that because Cloud9 got to a semifinal off of their group of death.
I know, I like it because I legitimately like watching top competitive teams play in an environment where there's so much on the line, right? Because they're really trying, they're giving it their all, hopefully, hypothetically. And for me, seeing top teams from around the world compete like that is extremely exciting, especially because I don't really keep up with International League of Legends typically. And so this is like the 1 or 2 times a year, like this in MSI, where I get to see like really serious international competition. The only time I see a lot of these teams. And so for me, it's really, really exciting to see what the other regions are up to, what they've been cooking up in the meta kitchen, what they're pulling out when it really, really matters, you know? So I'm excited about that. Where do you think we're going to finish? Where do you think we're going to end? Clutch memes aside.
I don't know. It's really... like this is probably the hardest question to answer about the about Worlds is like, hey, let's just try and call how exactly everyone's gonna play out. And
it's impossible. We're doing it's a fool's errand, Anthony.
I think that Team Liquid have a chance to make it out of groups as they always do. But I don't know. I feel I'm in a pit of despair after TSM has just not made it. after all of the optimism I've had. And honestly, like our teams haven't looked that I guess sturdy to me.
No,
They've
but as
all-
any team.
No,
I'm really asking because I don't pay attention.
like none of the other regions seem to have their teams looking like as like self figured out, if you get what I'm saying, as
I do.
anyone else. But I just I don't know. I seem I don't know. I don't mean I directly see major holes. I feel like TL isn't in that same pristine form that I felt 2016 and 2017 TSM were when they were going to Worlds. Like they were going to Worlds and I'm like, these people are about to go to the final and start smashing people around. Like that's what I walked into that expecting, because they had just been dominating everything they touched forever, short of MSI.
Mm-hmm.
And then TL come in and I'm just like, I don't see you dominating NA like you were, like TSM were. So how can I see you dominating Worlds like I thought TSM were going to? And I guess like looking at how that expectation and the result happened, this inverse seems to be equally plausible.
Yeah.
It's just that I just don't like putting my faith behind something that my brain is like, the math doesn't add up, moron, don't do it.
That's fair. I think I have like a 60% chance we get to semis. Maybe 70.
Yeah,
I think it's possible.
Close. I like to think of that as, do I think there are 14, like everyone but 4 teams we will be better than? And I honestly just can't say that I think anyone in NA will be better than all of the other, like the top 2 from every other major region. Like I just can't with good conscience say that.
That's fair.
I feel like I'm just jaded.
I think we all are. You more than most, maybe, but I think we all are.
But yeah, that 60% chance of semis sounds about fine.
It sounds good to me. I mean, not good, but it sounds right, which is why I said it.
I had one more question I wanted to ask, but I've lost it.
What is it?
I don't remember. I've lost it. Matchups. Where are we going to finish? It was just that. It was the TCL team that Broken Blade used to play for, Royal Youth, actually made it this year to Worlds.
Oh, dude, I can't wait to see. Oh, he's not in Worlds. I was about to say I can't wait to see that revenge matchup, but
it wouldn't really be a revenge matchup, but yeah.
It would just be funny, but it can't happen. Imagine if they get fucking deeper than TSM ever got.
I will die laughing, though that's actually kind of hard for them to do because they have to make quarters.
Yes. But if only, dude.
If only. Clutch has to win. That's it. Clutch, win Worlds for me so that you get skins that are defunct by the time they come out.
Dude, yeah, I want to see the fucking... We're literally right down the middle, Dignitas.
I honestly, I'm just sitting here wondering, will Riot be like, okay, this is kind of a twofold thing. Are we just going to make Dignitas skins instead of Clutch Gaming skins because Clutch Gaming is now Dignitas, or do we just make it Clutch Gaming because that's just 2-1? Also, are Riot going to let them rebrand right now to Dignitas for Worlds? Because I could see that possibly happening.
I feel like it's not that crazy to do the Dig skin if Clutch wins, if only because it takes them 3 million years to get the skins out. Yeah,
by the time they start on them in January, they probably, like, it won't even matter. They're not going to start on them, but by the time they get into the full swing.
But I would also completely understand if they were like, no, the team that gets the skin is the team that wins, not the team that exists when we start making.
Look, a while ago they were still like debating whether or not they should bother asking the players what skins they wanted and having them personalize them. Like,
they should do that.
They do that now. Yes, they do that.
I know,
now.
but
after the 2016 debacle.
Which one was that? SKT?
Yeah, it was SKT skins, the one with Rise in it, that series. That was a whole fucking shit show, and they're like, but they're just skins. They don't need to be that amazing. I'm like, this is the skin for the champion of your fucking esport. That is the whole goddamn point of your game now. Why are you skimping on this shit? And now they cost $13.50 and people bitch about how expensive they are.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, we'll see.
Let's go Clutch.
So,
I want Clutch to win.
you want to take us on home, bud?
I want to take. I right after I took the world champion to 5 games. Just saying. All right. That'll do it for this week.
You're gonna give me a fucking annual. Dude, you're gonna give me an ulcer. I'm gonna get an ulcer. Like, I'm gonna get one doing
the
this
next
stupid
time
show.
we figure out when to come on, which is probably gonna be a strange time because Worlds is on a different schedule and we can't do it on Mondays. Otherwise, it's like in the middle of a event.
In the middle of Worlds.
It's in the middle of the Worlds week, and that's just a weird time to do it.
Get ready for that 7 a.m. broadcast, fella.
I'm not broad. It's in the EU. It's not gonna be that bad. Either way. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
We'll come back live on my Twitch, Twitch.tv,
Hopefully,
Nizzy2K11.
cogent and cognizant. One can only hope.
It's not in like Vietnam this year, so it's fine.
It's true.
All right, have a nice day.